Hello everyone, welcome back to Dizzy Treasures. My name is Melissa. Today we're doing something a little bit different. This past weekend I went to some really great yard sales. There was a huge town-wide sale near me and I got some really cool stuff. I'm not going to go too into detail with every single piece. I'm going to show you what I got, show you the designers, kind of explain why I picked some of this stuff up, but I just wanted you guys to see the types of things that I will cherry pick when I'm out at yard sales. It's definitely a lot of fun. I love doing the big unboxings, but sometimes it's really cool to go to sales and just pick out the best pieces that you can find. So let's dive in. First, I'm going to start off right off the bat with this very nice little gold ring I found. This was cool because I went over the table a couple of times and didn't find it till the third time around the table when other people had already looked through the ring box thoroughly as well as I had, or so I thought. So this was very cool. This was, let me just take a peek again. I think it was a little 10 carat. Don't know if you'll be able to make that out in there, but this is a little 10 carat special mom ring. So that was really cool. It just goes to show sometimes if you look once or twice doesn't mean you'll find everything. So it pays to look again. Next, we have this cute little elephant brooch. This one is marked AAI, not a brand that does super high-end pieces, but people love elephants, and this guy was really cute, so I couldn't leave him behind. Oh, I do want to mention as well, I did not pay more than maybe $5 for any of these pieces, and most pieces were really more in the $1 to $3 range. When I'm at yard sales, I try to find jewelry pretty cheap. I will pay up, of course, for some things if it's something amazing. I mean, if I see a, $45 Chanel necklace laying on a table, I'm gonna pay it. But most times, I do get things pretty cheap, and so all of this stuff here was between $1 and $5, and I would say mostly between $1 and $3. So you can just kind of see the amazing stuff you can get for very inexpensive prices if you just kind of put in the time to look. So this next one, this one was cool. This is a Monet piece. Very pretty, chunky, kind of modernist style. I really liked that one a lot. Next, we have this pretty cameo brooch here. I actually picked up a couple of cameo pieces. They're both just acrylic pieces. They tend not to command high dollar amounts when they're just these like acrylic kind of faux cameo pieces. But I love to make lots of these. People love to buy cameo jewelry lots. So that's what I often do with these acrylic pieces. So if they're cheap enough, I will pick these up. And they're very pretty. You often see this ponytail girl one a lot, but this is a particularly nice one with this very pretty setting. So grab those two. Then I got these little earrings here, little enamel flower earrings, and these were marked Laurel Birch, so that's why I picked these up. I'll always pick up Laurel Birch. They usually sell pretty quickly. Then I got these little coin earrings here. I didn't grab these at first. I don't know why. I saw them. They just didn't strike me. And then I picked them up and looked at them again and realized they are in fact marked. They are marked Ultima, which is not a brand I'm really familiar with. So I will have to look into these a little further, but they are pretty cool. And generally I will pick up coin jewelry. Sometimes I just get overwhelmed when I'm at these sales and I'm grabbing stuff and I see things and I'm like, oh, I don't think that's anything. And then I kind of go back for it later. But very cool. Then I got this beautiful piece. I absolutely love this. This is an Art Deco with purple glass and faux pearl. This piece is not marked. I have not tested it yet to see if it's sterling. I don't believe that it is, but I will test it just to be sure. But very pretty. I love these Art Deco pendant necklaces. And next we've got this guy. This was a cool find too. This is a RLM signed piece, which is Robert Lee Morris Studios. His pieces do quite well. I've sold a couple pairs of his earrings. I have yet to find a necklace, so this was a cool find, and it has like a kind of smoky quartz style stone in here. I'm not too sure. I think these are just glass. I don't believe these are actually smoky quartz, but very pretty. Very nice. Then we've got this piece. This was an unsigned piece, but people love these zodiac necklaces. This one is a Scorpio. It's solid copper. and just very cool. I think this will do well. I sell Zodiac pieces all the time, even when they're unmarked. So that was a for sure pickup for me. Then I got these teeny tiny little real pearl stud earrings. These are marked 14 karat on the post. Let's see if I can show that to you guys. These tiny little marks are so hard to see sometimes. Right here, these are marked 14 karat. I don't think the camera is going to pick that up, but nice little find there. Very pretty, very dainty. Then we have this little set. This is sterling silver. I haven't tested the stone yet. Maybe peridot. Looks a little dark for peridot. Could just be glass. I will test them, of course, before listing, but this was a very nice little set. Very dainty. I do like when you can find the earring and necklace sets with daintier sets. It just makes it a little bit more substantial, but very pretty. Sterling silver. Then I picked up these little guys. These are so cute. These, I believe, are just glass, a cat eye glass. One's a little tiny blue elephant, and the other's a little purple bear. And I just thought these were so precious. I figured I could stick these on a couple of little silver tone or sterling silver chain necklaces and sell them as a little set. How cute are they? Then I picked up this pin here. This was marked bow sterling, so that was a for sure pickup as well. This is really pretty with the blue and green enameling. Then I picked up this little stretch bracelet here. This one was marked Monet on the inside. As I've said, I always pick up Monet, Trifari, Napier. Some of their pieces don't do as well as they used to, but you can either lot them up, or some of the chunkier pieces, as I always say, tend to still do very well. So no brainer with pretty much any signed piece. This one is amazing as well. This is a memory bracelet. And what I loved about this, besides the beautiful pink swirly glass, is the fact that it was complete. A lot of times you will find these, actually, I digress. Right here, there is actually a missing glass bead, but that's not too big of a deal. A lot of times when you find these, the pin that goes through these beads will be missing, and these will all be kind of loosey-goosey, and it'll be missing a lot of its beads, and this one is not. So aside from that one bead being missing, this is in really great shape, which is exciting to find. And this beautiful pink swirl glass is just amazing. So that's a really cool find. I was very, very happy when I found this in such great shape. Then I picked up this really cool enamel clamper. Very pretty, in really great shape. The enameling is really looking great. Silver tone, and it has still a very nice hinge. The hinge works well. It's very sturdy. Sometimes you'll find these and they're very floppy. They won't really stay on your wrist well. So this was a cool find. I really like this one. Then I picked up this little amethyst stretch bracelet. I don't always pick up stone stretch bracelets. They don't always do that well for me. But this one has this little sterling silver button on it. It says, "Faith is key to life's past, present, future." And on the back here, underneath the button, it's kind of hard to see because you have to pull it away from the bracelet. It is marked 925 LA underneath there. It's kind of hard to see, but since it had that little pretty sterling accent, I grabbed this one for sure. Then, ooh, these were an exciting find. These are Christian Dior, and these were $1. Finding Christian Dior for $1 is an absolutely amazing thing. I saw these on the table. I knew they looked really nice. The pave rhinestones were set nicely. Flipped them over and absolutely couldn't believe it when I saw they were marked Christian Dior and the woman only wanted $1. It's amazing the treasures you will find. People think, oh, it's just costume jewelry. Oh, it's not really worth that much. But oh man, this was exciting. And I found quite a few good pieces from this woman. So very nice, very sparkly. Can't go wrong finding Christian Dior at a yard sale. And then I picked up this little pin. This one is unmarked, but it was very unique. These kind of faceted plastic, they look like rhinestones, but they're meant to be the petals to the flower. I just thought this was so cool. And then it's got the little prong set stones around the, oh, are those prong set? Nope, these are just glued in stones around the edge, prong set in the middle, but very pretty, very unique. Then I grabbed this little pin here. This is mother of pearl in the center, sterling silver. And this one had another mark as well. I believed this one was marked Boma 925, which I have seen before. Very pretty. I really love the shape and the flower design work around the edge of it. Then this ring with the pebbled look. This one was sterling as well. This one was marked on the inside here. It was marked, I believe it's PK 925. Right in there, PK. And then 925 on this side. Not sure about that designer. I'll have to look into it, but I always pick up sterling at yard sales, even if I'm not 100% sure that it's sterling. If it's cheap enough, I'll bring it home, test it, and figure it out then. Then I picked up this little sterling and turquoise ring. Very cute, very tiny. This is probably about a size, oh, maybe a 5 or so. Very nice. I can never leave these Navajo pieces, these Southwestern pieces behind. They're just so nice. Very cool. Then I grabbed these from that same yard sale that I got the Christian Dior earrings from. These are very pretty as well. These are marked Carol Lee. And I absolutely adored these. I'm a big fan of celestial themed things, and I really love the stars and moons, and so these are very cute. Absolutely love these. And then I got this little cute Monet butterfly brooch. You can see the Monet mark right underneath the pin there. These aren't worth a ton, but I always love to pick them up. Sometimes I will lot up butterfly pins as well. They usually sell well in groups, especially towards the spring and summertime. Then I picked up this little sterling silver ring here. This one was marked in here Mexico 925 with a little glass cabochon. Very cool. And these little yellow rose enamel clip-on earrings. Whoops. These are unmarked, but they are in amazing condition. They are just so pretty. I could not leave these behind. Look at the shape on these. I mean, they're really in great condition. You find these a lot with very chippy enamel, so I loved these. Then I got a couple of pairs of what I believe are just CZs and sterling, whoops, dropping everything today. CZ and sterling post earrings, kind of larger chunky ones. You usually will not find big old diamonds in sterling post earrings. They would usually have to be gold for that. I'm sure not always. I will test them to be sure, but these are always a pickup, anything sterling. Then I got these little sterling Southwest style earrings as well. They have onyx cabochons in there. Very pretty. These were marked as well. These, I believe, are just marked sterling. Yep, it's a little hard to make out. The mark isn't the best, but they are marked sterling on the back there. Then I grabbed this necklace. This is so pretty. This is what I believe is onyx beads and pink rose quartz. You will see these a lot with mother of pearl beads, sometimes little shells in between. I believe I've even seen them with little pearls and sometimes rose quartz. But this one was really, really stuck out to me because of the pink and black. I love that color combination, and it's just a little bit different, so I had to pick that up. It's very pretty. Then we got this beautiful necklace. This is a very long, flapper length, I would say, faceted yellow glass necklace. It's very long, very pretty. The yellow color is stunning, very sparkly. I want to say it could possibly be check glass. I'm not entirely sure, but it is absolutely stunning. And I think I paid $2 for this necklace. I mean, you really can't go wrong with yard sale pricing. This thing is really long and really beautiful. Then I picked up this piece. This was an interesting piece. I thought it was a shell at first. It's not, I don't believe. It looks like it is a ceramic piece made to look like a shell. I think that possibly some of these findings pieces could be sterling. I haven't tested them yet. I'm not sure, but it was signed. It is signed Sandra. I had already looked it up. I forget what the last name is, and I don't want to butcher it, but she does a lot of these handmade kind of pottery pieces, and they seem to do pretty well. As I've said, whenever I see something signed, even if it maybe doesn't stick out to me as being a fabulous, you know, wow, stunner of a piece, if it's signed, I'll still pick it up because there can be really good followings for a lot of designers, even for things that are more dainty and, you know, aren't the biggest, most extravagant pieces. So I thought this was very cool. Very nicely made. Then I picked up this piece. This piece is amazing. Sadly, it does have a lot of verdigris. I don't do a lot of work with removing verdigris from pieces. I know that there are some methods that people use to remove verdigris. I may just sell this necklace as is, let people know that it does have verdigris and will need to be cleaned. Depending on the piece, I often won't even pick up pieces if they have a lot of verdigris, but this piece was amazing. I could not leave this behind despite the wear that it has. It has these little glass sparkly balls with these little leaf-shaped bead caps, faux pearl, and all the different colors. It's just so pretty. I absolutely could not leave it behind. So like I said, I may have to just list this, note that it needs some help, and go from there. But I love it. Couldn't leave it behind. Sometimes you see pieces that need work and you can't leave it there. It's just too pretty. Then I got this piece. I absolutely love this one as well. This one is signed Weiss. This to me is not your standard Weiss piece. I normally think of Weiss as being sparkly rhinestones, but this is too cool. This is a butterfly pin. I do believe this is poured glass, gripois, I believe it's pronounced, and this is super cool. I haven't looked up the value on this one yet, but he's a cutie for sure, and I've never really seen anything quite like him, so I absolutely love this. This one I did pay up for a little bit. I paid $5 for this one, but being that it was signed Weiss and had the poured glass wings, it was a steal anyway. Then I got this beautiful liquid silver necklace here. This is sterling silver. The beads, I don't believe are turquoise. I will have to look at them closer. I think they might just be blue plastic beads to look like turquoise, but it doesn't even matter. This necklace is so beautiful. I love finding liquid silver. The way it feels in your hands is just amazing. And that will definitely do well. You often do not find them with this kind of pendant style. They're usually just the strands. So this one is very interesting. Next, I picked up this little sterling silver and peacock colored potato pearl bracelet. They're real pearls, cultured freshwater. Nothing too crazy here, but just very pretty. Good bread and butter piece. Then I picked up these little sterling silver and marcasite drop earrings. These have backers on them that would make you think that they were costume, but they are not. They are sterling silver. Very cute. Then I picked up this gold and silver tone Monet bangle bracelet. It says Monet in there somewhere. Just once again, another standard kind of bread and butter piece. And this pretty gold tone chain, this is marked with a maker I am not familiar with. It is marked Evoke. So this is another piece I'll have to look into. But any of these chunky gold tone chains, especially when signed, I always pick them up and kind of do my research later, as long as they're not too expensive. I believe I paid either 50 cents or $1 for this piece. Then I grabbed this piece, which is absolutely beautiful. Gold tone with these kind of heavy glass purple beads. This is an Ann Taylor piece. I want to say this is probably more of a vintage Ann Taylor piece. I don't always pick up Ann Taylor. It doesn't really sell that well for me. It sits for a long time and usually doesn't command a high price. I do not mind selling things for cheaper prices if I think they'll move within a reasonable amount of time, which Ann Taylor really doesn't usually for me. But this piece was an exception because it has a lot of weight to it. It's very heavy. It's pretty chunky. It's got the gold tone and these beautiful glass beads. I couldn't say no to this necklace. So I think this one will do well, despite the fact that Ann Taylor doesn't always do great for me. Then I picked up these little, very sparkly silver tone clip earrings. These were marked as well. These are B.E. Cook London. Another brand I'm really not familiar with, but I love to do my research. I mean, one of the most fun things I think about reselling jewelry is that you can pick things up that you know nothing about, but you can tell their quality and then learn when you get home. And it's so much fun because there's always something new you can learn. I mean, I've been doing this for a while and I still shock myself with things that, oh my gosh, I had no idea what that was. Or, you know, just things that you may have seen before and you finally figure out what it is, or just new things that you come across. You can always learn. There's no cap on learning about jewelry at all. This was one of my favorite finds of the weekend. These are beautiful Lalique. You can see the mark right here. Lalique marks are just kind of etched into the glass, so it's kind of, there we go. Lalique marked purple glass heart earrings. I was beside myself when I found these. At first, I glanced at them. I thought they looked like just plastic heart earrings. I picked them up. I could tell they were glass. They had a little weight to them. The gold tone on the posts looked amazing. And immediately I thought to myself, these are definitely designer glass earrings. They were, I believe, $2. Bought them without thinking about it any further. Got in the car, looked at them, and saw that Lalique etching in the back. And I was ecstatic. These are absolutely amazing. Anytime you see Lalique jewelry, or really Lalique anything, they make lots of glass things. Pick it up. If it's cheap, pick it up because it has a following and these pieces do very well. Then I got this cute little sterling silver grape cluster pin here. These are just faux pearls. It does need a little cleaning. It's a little goopy on the back there, but really pretty. It's very big and I absolutely love this one. Very pretty. Then I found these. These were another item I noticed on the table, didn't really think much of, and then went back for. These are 14 karat gold. The wire throughout the earring as well as the beads are 14 karat with pink rose quartz beads. I saw these, thought they were just a gold tone wire with some pink rose quartz. As I said, I didn't really think much of them. Then I was going back around and I was like, you know, those are pretty. I'm going to grab those too. And sure enough, I got home, looked closely at the post. I do not think you're going to be able to see the marks on these because they are tiny and pretty poorly marked. It took me a while with my loop to see that 14K. But that was a very exciting last minute pickup that I was almost going to leave behind. Then I picked up this one. This is a very cool necklace. This is a Monet as well. Really good shape. Not a ton of wear to the gold tone. A little bit of scuffing, but Not too bad. Couldn't leave that behind, being that it was a Monet. Then I picked up this little tiny sterling pendant. This is marked Sterling and Israel. I believe the stone is onyx. Very unique kind of modernist style. Then we have this little sterling silver ring here. This was marked PB and sterling on the other side, right in there. Needs a little cleaning. I'll have to look into the PB mark, see if that's any certain designer, but very cool style. Then I got these little garnet and sterling screwback earrings. I don't believe that these were marked. Let me take a closer look. Oh, I was wrong. They are in fact marked. These are marked sterling silver. And if I'm not mistaken, above the sterling, I think it says vintage. So I'm not sure if vintage is a sterling brand. I'll have to look into that. And it does have another little mark right there as well. I can't quite make it out. It's a little symbol, but these are absolutely beautiful. They're garnet, marcasite, and sterling. And I just thought these were so pretty. These were $1 as well. Then I got this little dainty gold-filled bracelet. This one has a bit of wear to it. I might be able to clean it up a little. Sometimes when gold-filled jewelry pieces get this kind of worn-out look, there's not really much you can do to fix it. But still very pretty, and they will still sell this way. It's most likely just little blue topaz glass in there. But I really liked the design on this one. And last but not least, this beautiful sterling silver and amethyst bead bracelet. It's got some little dangles on it. And this was a really pretty find too. I believe this one was also $1. Just, you know, very pretty. It's a little bit of a bigger size, which is kind of nice. I want to say this is probably an 8-inch bracelet. And you can hook it in 2 different places. Very pretty. Could not leave that one behind. I think my favorite pieces would have to be the Lalique heart earrings, for sure. The little Weiss butterfly. The Christian Dior earrings. These guys, my goodness, were those stunning. I mean, everything I picked up at these couple of sales that I went to, I'm in love with, but these were some of my favorites for sure. It's just so fun to go to yard sales because you never know what you will find. And unlike when you go through the large box lots where you're getting a lot of stuff that might just be tossing into craft or kind of junky or broken jewelry, when you go to yard sales, you can just hand pick the pieces that you want. And it's really a lot of fun. So I'm going to be doing this again. I have more from a second day of yard saling. Actually, this next group I will be showing you is all from one lady. And we chatted quite a bit, and I'm hoping to be buying more from her in the future as well, which will be very fun. So I'll be out with that video as well in a few days to show you what I got from her. But yeah, this stuff was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed looking at it with me. If you don't mind, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.